I wouldn't be here without the fans. All right. And as far as I can see, you guys showed up, and I know you're going to start knocking on doors looking for peanut butter cups and candy corn real soon, but
follow your dreams.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Coltrera from JoBlo.com here. Well, it's Halloween in Hollywood, and we are spending it with the one and only Freddy Krueger. The iconic Robert Englund got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today, and we were there to cover it all. Check it out.
Oh, excuse me. Freddy Krueger here. AKA Robert Englund.
What a perfect way to spend Halloween, right? And in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard with horror, and as of today, Hollywood royalty, Robert Englund. Incredible. Hollywood is the land of dreams. This is a made-up city that only exists to tell the stories that we dream up. Only for guys like us, we're telling the nightmares. But if you can show the humanity in those stories, those scary stories can touch people and shine light in the darkest places all over the globe. And Robert Englund is truly one of those beacons of light. If you ask any fan around the world today, who are the horror icons, they'll say Freddy, Jason, Michael, Ghostface, Chucky, now Art the Clown. Probably in that order. Freddy is always first. Always. Always. That is no accident. Freddy Krueger was the first time a killer in a slasher movie spoke. Up until then, slashers were silent assassins, or a breather, avatars for the unstoppable force of death. But Robert made death fun, just so fucking fun, with such classic one-liners as, and join me, welcome to prime time, bitch! Suddenly, we weren't afraid of the monster, we were rooting for him, and that was a turning point not just in horror, but in cinema itself. Robert told me he had spent so many years buried in the makeup no one knew who he was. And even I had to admit that at a certain point, I just assumed Freddy played Freddy. But it was Robert's choice of words that revealed so much about him. Buried in the makeup. He buried himself in that character, so much so that he took the most monstrous figure of our nightmares and turned him into a beloved icon that warmed our hearts. And that is not just the late great Wes Craven, that is not just David Miller and Kevin Yeager's makeup design, that's Robert. He never played the darkness and evil in characters like Freddy. He played the humor and the humanity. There was a particular sensitivity to Freddy. He understood our subconscious. He saw right into us the same way Robert sees into every character he plays. Robert's not just horror royalty, he's truly a gem in every way. A cinematic and theatrical treasure, a force of nature, and someone who intuitively finds that part of ourselves in any character, no matter how monstrous, and makes them a little less scary and a little more empathetic. Robert, you really traumatized me for my teenage years. All of us, that's why we're here. I lost many nights of sleep of you, including last night when I was writing this at 3 a.m. because I was up thinking of what to say. But how fitting. Once again, I couldn't sleep because of Robert Englund. And as you know, when you make scary movies, there is no higher compliment. Congratulations, Robert.
When I look at this 5-pointed star in front of me with Robert's name on it, I think of the 5 fingers of that oily, dirty glove that he wore on his right hand. That glove dreamed up by Wes Craven. He was an unapologetic visionary telling us how evil can be. And on that glove were 4 knives for fingernails. That primal fear we all have of beasts in the wild that can just rip us to pieces when we're not even aware of it. So these elements all became part of Robert on these very early days of Nightmare on Elm Street. And with those 4 fingernails, he not only slashed 4 victims in the movie, but he slashed the Hollywood idea of what a villain is and what he could be. And as Eli already said, what he would say. Because Wes did make a villain that could speak. And not only speak, but with wit and even eloquence. 100 years from now, no one will walk across this star and say, who was Robert Englund? His mark on our business and this genre and our popular culture, and I'd say even the world, has been indelible and will live in infamy forever. So, this might be the 3rd time you've heard this line today, because it's such a great line. But I would just like to heartfully say, welcome to prime time, bitch.
I love this smell of peanut butter cups in the morning. Happy Halloween, All Hallows Eve. I really want to take a second again to thank the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, and not just for this great honor, but the fact that they believe in this town, and we brought the Oscars back to this neighborhood, and we're spiffing it up, and also the fact that they celebrate this diverse sense of popular culture, both from the past and present. And when you walk down this street, you can Google some of the names on some of the stars you don't remember. But it's great for me because, you know, I see stars representing my father's favorite drive home to disc jockey that played Sinatra, and his favorite cool West Coast jazz, you know, Dick Whittinghill. Or I see my father's favorite band leader or trumpet player, as well as old variety hosts that I loved and disc jockeys that I cruised to as a teenager, all commemorated here. And that's all that fabric of popular culture that's woven together that I think we all have in common. And I think in these times, it's really nice to reflect on what we have in common, what we all like, you know? Rock and roll, reggae, country music, jazz, you know, talk show hosts that we remember from our youth. And I just think it's a great thing that the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce does by doing that. And I'm really grateful for being permanently cemented, you know, into American popular culture. Nancy, did you bring the Windex? I wouldn't be here without the fans, all right? And as far as I can see, you guys showed up, and I know you're gonna start knocking on doors looking for peanut butter cups and candy corn real soon, but thanks for coming, and thanks for supporting me, and thanks for going down rabbit holes on the internet and finding my old movies. And I just want to say to everybody, I'm not going to say it because Heather beat me to it, so how about this? Trick or fucking treat.
Please welcome the newest Walk of Fame to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Robert Englund!
So that's going to do it for me from the Hollywood Walk of Fame. From JoBlo.com, I have been Ryan Coltrera. Happy Halloween, everybody. Sorry, I got to take this. Hello?
Ryan, it's Heather. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Oh, hello. Robert Englund here, a.k.a. Freddy fucking Krueger.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.